Bonsoir, mes amis. Tonight's homework is mot de in chapter 7. We're moving along here so that we can try to catch up to where we should be. En ville is the title here.
En ville.
And it means in town. You see a map here of what looks like a city kind of an area. Whenever you're talking about in the city or in town, you can say en ville.
En ville. Un plan de la ville.
En plein is a map of sorts. When you go to a museum, you might notice they hand you a directory, like a map to the museum, and it's called a plan. So, en plein de la ville is a city map. You can just write city map.
Un plan de la ville.
So we're going to be defining a lot of the stuff that you see going on here. So we're in a municipality, we're in like a major metropolitan type of an area. You have a lot of cars, a lot of traffic, a lot of people live here. So we're going to define some of the things that you find on the roads here, as well as what happens and what goes on here.
Un rond-point.
So en rond-point, well, we have one of these in Cornwall, right? Is basically just this traffic circle. Okay, en rond-point. And the thing is, they are all over France. They replaced a lot of the intersections that are out in the country with these rond-points in an effort to cut down on accidents. So these are literally all over the country in France. You can be driving on a straight road for miles and miles, and all of a sudden come to a rond-point. Which way do you want to go? Whenever you want to change direction, you come to a rond-point. So this is a traffic circle.
Un rond-point. Un bouchon.
So this is kind of a funny word. Bouchon is actually a cork in a wine bottle. And the French use it here to talk about a traffic jam. And in English, you might have heard the term bottleneck. The bottleneck, you know, where it gets real thin there. This is like the people's idea of what a traffic jam is, trying to get all the cars into one small, narrow area. So you can just write traffic jam.
Un bouchon. Tournez à droite.
All right, so we're going to be learning a lot about how to give directions. You know, you need to get somewhere. You need to be able to ask about, how do I get there? And then understand the directions. So tourner is an ER verb, and it's a cognate. It means to turn. And à droite is to the right. So tourner à droite means to turn right. All right, so we're back to our traffic jam now. You see this?
Une file de voitures.
This is literally a line of cars. A line of cars.
Un croisement.
Okay, so un croisement is an intersection. Un croisement. And then when you look at a really big intersection like we have at Five Corners, that's called a carrefour. And I have that on one of your extra vocabulary lists in your packet. A carrefour is an important word. It means like a really big intersection. And it's actually also the name of a chain of supermarkets in France, which is kind of weird. But at croisement, you're just going to write intersection.
Allez tout droit.
All right, this is kind of strange. So you know aller means to go, and we just said that droit is right, and tout means all. So to go all right means to go straight. I don't know what that means. I guess if you take enough right-hand turns, you go in the same direction. I don't know. But aller tout droit means to go straight.
Allez tout droit. Tournez à gauche.
All right, à gauche is to the left, so this is to turn left.
Un clignotant.
This is a really weird looking word, isn't it? And that's the word for blinker.
Un clignotant. Il y a un bouchon.
So you remember by now, il y a means there is or there are, so we're just saying there is a traffic jam. There is a traffic jam.
Les voitures ne peuvent pas avancer.
The cars can't advance. So in other words, they can't move forward. The cars can't move forward. They can't advance.
Avant de tourner, n'oubliez pas de mettre votre clignotant.
Okay, so you know avant means before. Before turning, don't forget to put on your blinker. Before turning, don't forget to put on your blinker.
Avant de tourner, n'oubliez pas de mettre votre clignotant. Un conducteur va tout droit. Il ne tourne pas.
A driver goes straight. He doesn't turn. A driver goes straight. He doesn't turn.
Un conducteur va tout droit. Il ne tourne pas.
I'm repeating this a lot so that you can hear the pronunciation, guys. And it would be great if you go back once you write everything down and just practice that pronunciation.
Sur la route.
This means on the road, okay? On the road.
Un péage.
A péage is a toll. You can see the toll booth here. A toll. T-O-L-L.
Pour prendre l'autoroute, il faut payer un péage.
Okay, so the l'autoroute is the highway. You may have heard in those German car commercials the Autobahn, that's their word for highway. In French, it's autoroute. In order to take the highway, it's necessary to pay a toll. Look at that. We got the pour in front of an infinitive. We got il faut in front of an infinitive. It's like the sentence was made for Madame Mayo. In order to take the highway, it's necessary to pay a toll.
Pour prendre l'autoroute, il faut payer un péage. Changer de voie.
This means to change lanes. Okay, now you learned before that voie is a railroad track. And you know that in French, especially when it comes to something visual, they use the same word to describe many things if they visually kind of have a similarity. So as a railroad track kind of goes straight or follows a route, so does the lane on a highway.
Un panneau.
Okay, un panneau is a sign. It can be a billboard, it can be a road sign, it could be, actually we also refer to the backboard of a basket in basketball. That backboard is also called un panneau. So you're just going to write road sign.
Une sortie.
This word comes from the verb sortir, which means to go out. And when you see the word sortie on an airplane or in a building, in a room, in an auditorium, it means exit. So la sortie is the exit.
Une flèche.
That means arrow. Une flèche is an arrow.
Doubler.
Doubler, which can mean to dub or to double. This is the word we use on the road for to pass. Okay, so this guy is changing lanes. He is passing, to pass.
Une voie.
And here's the word again, une voie, which we know means railroad track, but also means a lane. Okay, on the highway, it's a lane.
Il y a deux voies dans chaque sens.
This word at the end here, sens, means direction. And you can also use the word direction in French, okay? They mean the same thing. So there are 2 lanes in each. Do you remember chaque? Chaque means each direction. There are 2 lanes in each direction.
Il y a deux voies dans chaque sens.
Yeah, okay, synonym was a word I couldn't remember. Sens and direction. They mean the same thing. They're synonyms. Yay, Madame Mayo. Okay.
Le motard surveille la circulation.
So I don't know if you notice this guy over here, but this is le motard. He is a motorcycle cop. And surveiller, just like our word to surveillance, means to watch. So the motorcycle cop watches the traffic. La circulation is traffic. The motorcycle cop watches the traffic.
Une carte routière.
All right, so une carte, is a map. Routière, this just means this is a highway map. So this map is showing you the major roads and routes and autoroutes in the area. Okay, so this is a highway map or a route map.
Une agglomération.
That's a mouthful. Listen to that one again.
Une agglomération.
All right, une agglomération is a area that has a high population, densely populated area. One word you can use is municipality. It's a city. This is the city of Bordeaux. It means there's a lot of people there, so you're going to have a lot of traffic and a lot going on. So this is a populated area or a city. All right, in the next few slides, you guys, we're going to be seeing the new verb tense you'll be learning called the conditional tense. And it's literally a combination of the future stem and the imperfect endings. So you basically already know how to do this.
Je sais que le motard me donnerait une contravention.
I know that the motorcycle cop would give me a ticket. Une contravention is a ticket, a traffic ticket, right? I know that the motorcycle cop, this means would give me a ticket. And then you see the ... because the sentence is going to continue on the next slide. And when I finish it, you're going to see that it actually does make sense that we said would give. So I know that the motorcycle cop would give me a ticket.
Si je ne respectais pas la limitation de vitesse.
If I didn't respect, this is the imperfect, if I didn't respect the speed limit, la limitation de vitesse. Vitesse means speed, and obviously limitation is limitation. If I didn't respect the speed limit. So what we're saying here is, I know that the motorcycle cop would give me a ticket if I didn't respect the speed limit.
Si je brûlais un feu rouge.
Brûler means to burn, okay? So if I burned through a red light, right? Or we say in English, if I ran through a red light. If I burned through a red light, and this is the imperfect as well.
Si je roulais trop vite.
If I rolled or if I went too quickly, if I drove too quickly. This verb rouler is just too funny. If I was going too quickly. All of these are in the imperfect. And we're going to learn a little bit more about these clauses that start with this si, which means if in French. So if I didn't respect the speed limit, if I burned through a red light, and if I went too fast. Okay, that's it for tonight, my friends. We're going when I see you next time. Sorry about that. I don't know what was just happening there. So I'll see you soon. Au revoir.